Welcome to farmer agriculture. Modern technology has transformed the way we used to harvest rice. From production to profitability, everything has multiplied many times fold because of advanced agricultural methods. In this video, we will discuss how rice is harvested and processed to get maximum yield without putting extra effort into it. So quickly, hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated with our latest videos. Pre-harvesting stage. To grow rice, farmers need flat land with soft soil that can hold water. Rice needs a lot of water to grow properly, so they clear the land from any bushes or trees and make it flat so it can hold water. After the land is clear and ready, farmers flatten it out using tractors or bulldozers. If the land is not equally flat from all sides, the water will not reach every corner of the land. Next, they create irrigation channels or ditches to make sure water can easily reach all sides. This process is done to keep the soil soft and to provide enough water for the rice to grow fast and strong. After the land is ready, farmers pick the right seed for sowing. They look at several factors, like the health of the seeds, their disease resistance, and their compatibility with the local soil and weather conditions. Now, it is time for seeding. Some farmers prepare a seedbed first, which means they create a special area where they germinate the seeds first, and then carefully uproot them and plant them in the fields. For this purpose, they make sure the seedbed is prepared with fertile soil so the rice can easily grow. Creating a seedbed is an effective method, but entirely depends on various conditions. Some farmers prefer to directly sow the seeds into the fields after it is prepared. Seeding is generally a long and exhausting process if done manually. However, advanced machines like rice transplanters accelerate this process. First, the seeds are placed into the seed hopper of the machine, and then the farmer slowly drives it into every part of the fields. The drills of the machines plant the seeds with precision and proper gaps. With these advanced machines, farmers can cover 0.3 to 0.5 hectares of land per hour, which is multiple times faster than traditional seeding methods. What do you think about these machines? Let us know in the comments if this is an efficient method of seeding than manually doing it. Harvesting stage. After successfully sowing the rice seeds, farmers take care of the crops, which can be more difficult than it looks. Firstly, they carefully monitor if the crops are getting enough water. They literally need a lot of water, and by that I mean crops are usually submerged in the water. While rice needs water, it's also important to prevent waterlogging, where the soil becomes overly saturated with water. Excessive water can suffocate the roots and lead to poor growth or disease. Proper drainage systems help remove excess water from the fields. Secondly, they regularly remove weeds using different methods. This weed can consume all the necessary nutrients or water which can affect the rice growth. For this purpose, advanced AI machines are used these days. These machines, with their sensors and cameras, can detect weeds and carefully remove them without damaging rice crops. Laser Weeder is one such machine that has gained popularity in recent years for its robotic features. Protection from insects and pests is also required, and farmers use different pesticides and herbicides to prevent them from these external threats, including many diseases. After 4 to 5 months of intensive care, the rice crops become ready to be harvested. After checking out the water content of the crops and the color of the rice crops, farmers use advanced machines like combine harvesters to harvest the crops. This machine is extremely efficient and quick when it comes to harvesting rice crops. It is equipped with cutters that cut the rice crops from the bottom. Then, the gathering reel of the machine pulls the rice crops into the machine, where they move to the threshing place of the combine harvester. The threshers of the machine separate the straw from the rice grains. These rice grains are then cleaned from debris and remaining straw by cleaning method, which is also a built-in system in the combine harvester. Now the rice grains are stored in the collection area of the hopper of the machine. The rice grains are bundled in the shape of boxes and then transported to the factories for processing. Post-harvesting phase. After harvesting, the rice heads to the factory for further processing. The first big step there is threshing. Threshing is where the rice grains get separated from the straw or husks. In factories, they use machines called threshers to do this job. These threshers work like this. They have a rotating drum or cylinder with bars, teeth, or paddles sticking out. When the harvested rice goes through the machine, this drum spins and shakes the rice plants. This shaking action makes the rice grains fall off the stalks. As the drum spins, the rice grains get separated from the straw or husks. Any leftover debris or chaff is then removed using screens or air blowers. What's left is just the clean rice grains, which are collected and stored for the next steps in processing. Using machines for threshing is great because it's faster and doesn't need as much labor as doing it by hand. It helps factories process large amounts of rice quickly and efficiently to keep up with demand. Before we move to the next step, kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel to stay in touch with our latest videos on modern agriculture. Drying. After grains are completely separated from the unwanted debris or staff, the next step is removing the moisture from these rice grains to prevent them from spoilage. It is also essential to maintain the quality of the rice. While there are many drying methods, these days, AI-incorporated advanced machines are used for this purpose. Some famous AI machines are Smart Dry TM, AI Rice Dryer, IntelliDry TM, Precision Rice Dryer, or AI Dry Rice Pro. So how do these machines work? These machines have sensors that monitor the moisture level of the rice and some other essential information like temperature and humidity. Based on this, it automatically sets the machine to optimal settings for efficient drying. Inside the drying chamber, there is generally a heating source that generates enough heat that causes the extra moisture to evaporate. Also, hot air is circulated through the chamber to ensure the moisture is removed properly. At the same time, condensation must be prevented, so there are humidifiers or air conditioners for monitoring the moisture level. After the required moisture evaporates, it is then removed from the drying chamber from the exhaust opening of the chamber. Cleaning. Threshing may remove the big debris, but a more thorough cleaning is required, which is done after the drying step. In this process, rice undergoes a pre-cleaning stage in which big dust particles or straws are removed and then rice is unloaded into the cleaning machine. There are different types of machines for more refined cleaning of the rice grains. The most commonly used method is pneumatic separation. In this method, air is passed through the rice in a way that the lighter debris like the straws themselves, or husks, are lifted up with air and pushed out of the chamber. Normally, air classifiers are used for this purpose. Gravity separation is another method that is commonly used to remove heavier debris like metal fragments or stones. With the help of vibration, rice grains travel down an inclined surface and are separated from heavy debris, which is then cleaned from lighter impurities because they move slower through the inclined surface because of their light weight. Another method uses advanced machines that come with sensors and cameras. These devices detect the impurities, which are then easily removed with air jets. Most of the time, all three methods are used in the factories to ensure thorough cleaning of the rice is done for optimal quality and to meet the food hygienic standards. Polishing. At this point, rice grains are mostly processed, but their rough surface needs to be polished to make them more desirable for eating. For this purpose, rice undergoes the polishing step, in which machines like rice polishers or rice whiteners are used. When rice is fed to this machine, the rice comes in contact with abrasive roller polishers. These rotating rollers rub against the surface of the rice, and as a result, they polish the surface of the rice. Some modern rice polishers have advanced features like they can adjust the rolling speed of the rollers according to what kind of polishing is required. For brown rice, the rice grains are polished once or twice to get the required results, which is the removal of a thin bran layer. However, this polishing process may be performed several times if we want white rice. Every time the rice goes through the polishing process, a thin layer is removed from the rice. Overall, the rotation of the abrasive rollers is a key mechanism in rice polishing machines, enabling efficient and effective polishing of rice grains to produce high-quality white rice or brown rice. Grading. The grading is done in order to separate the top-quality rice grains from the defected ones of those with irregularities. While this method is mostly done with human labor, lately, advanced AI machines with sensors and cameras have been used for the quick and efficient separation of rice grains. The rice grains are fed to a conveyor belt of the machine, where the sensors carefully monitor the grains. These rice grains are moved to separate paths of the conveyor belt based on their quality. While manual human labor may still be necessary for certain tasks, automation helps reduce labor costs and improve overall productivity. Packaging. The rice grains are dried, cleaned, polished, and categorized according to their quality. The next step is, of course, the packaging of these grains. A certain amount of rice is filled into the already prepared packages. There can be different sizes of packs, such as 1K dollars or 2K dollar packets. Some may be sorted according to the quality of the rice grains. After filling in, the packages are properly sealed to make sure there is no contact of rice with the external air. This gives rise to protection against certain diseases or insects and increases their lifespan. These packages are then labeled according to rice variety, origin, net weight, nutritional content, cooking instructions, and company branding, etc. All that is left now is the distribution of these rice packages, which is done with the help of suppliers and wholesalers. Ultimately, they reach the market where you buy them for your lunch or dinner. Let's wrap up the video here. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. We will see you in the next video. Stay in touch.